So in this lecture we will discuss method of partial fraction. So there are two type of rational function. A form of the form f of x upon g of x, where f of x and g of x are some polynomial of x. This is rational function. This is rational function. Now two type of rational function. One is proper rational function, and another one is improper rational function. So there are two type of rational function, proper and improper. So if degree of f of x is strictly less than degree of g of x, then it is known as proper rational function. Degree means power. Power of numerator is if strictly less than power of denominator. So if degree of f of x is less than degree of g of x, then it is known as proper rational function. But if degree of f of x is greater than or equal to degree of g of x, then it is known as improper rational function. If improper rational function is there, then by actual division or by rearrangement of numerator, one can express improper rational function as sum of polynomial plus rational proper rational function. So if improper is given, then by first actual division one has to convert it as sum of polynomial plus proper rational function. So now we assume that we have proper rational function. Suppose we have proper rational function is given. Now factorize the denominator. So there are three main types. In type 1, suppose we take expression of the form x minus 1x plus 2. So this is a proper rational function because degree of numerator is strictly less than degree of denominator. In numerator degree is 0, while in denominator degree is 2. So it's a proper rational function. And in denominator we have factors which are linear. Linear means it is of the form ax plus b and non-repeated. So if square is there, cube is there, then those factors are known as repeated, but it is non-repeated, linear and non-repeated. So for that one we write expression of the form for partial fraction. Partial fraction means when we express rational function as sum of more than 2 or more than 2 rational functions. Such method is known as method of partial fraction. So in method of partial fraction we will express given rational function as sum of 2 or more than 2 rational functions. So you can observe right hand side we have 2 rational functions. So in denominator factors are linear and non-repeated. Next we discuss how to find unknowns a and b. First you note down the method how to write expression for partial fraction on right hand side in the case when roots are linear and non-repeated. Second, combination of repeated and non-repeated. For example, x minus 1 square x plus 2. Then we will write it in the form a upon x plus 2. Now for repeated one, b upon x minus 1 plus c upon x minus 1 square. Suppose cube is there, then you have to expand d upon x minus 1 cube and so on. So this is second type, in which we have in denominator we have combination of linear, repeated and non-repeated. And third one, in denominator when we have quadratic and irreducible. For example, x upon x square plus 4 x minus 1 x minus 1. So x minus 1 it is linear and non-repeated. So by case 1, for that one expression will be of the form a upon x minus 1, while x square plus 4, this factor x square plus 4, one coefficient, it is quadratic and irreducible, that cannot be factorized. Suppose x square minus 4 is there, then we can factorize that x minus 2 x plus 2. But in denominator quadratic and irreducible, then in numerator we will write expression of the form bx plus c, where a, b, c are constants to be determined. So these three are main formulas in the partial fraction. So let us take one example. Integrate I equal to 1 upon x plus 1 x plus 2 dx. Solution. So here you can observe in denominator we have factors which are linear and non-repeated. So for that one, let 1 upon x plus 1 x plus 2 equal to a upon x plus 1 b upon x plus 2, where a and b are constants to be determined. Now to find unknowns a and b, we simplify this one. Right hand side when we take LCM, a into x plus 2 plus b into x plus 1. Now there are two methods, so at present we discuss both methods simultaneously. You can use any one method. Method 1, method 2, in one taking x equal to minus 1. So how to select these values? In the denominator in a upon x plus 1, so to make denominator 0, x plus 1 equal to 0, you have to take x equal to minus 1. So in 1, when we take x equal to minus 1, left hand side 1, coefficient of b will be 0 here when we put x equal to minus 1. So a into x is minus 1 plus 2. So on simplifying we will get a equal to 1. And next we take x equal to minus 2. So that denominator of b will be 0. So when we take x equal to minus 2 in equation 1, coefficient of a will be 0 here when we put x equal to minus 2. So b into x equal to minus 2 plus 1. So b equal to minus 1. So this is method 1. In second method, this is identity. Equation 1 is identity. So equating coefficient of x both sides. So when we compare coefficient of x both sides, left hand side no term containing x, so coefficient 0, a into x, b into x, so a plus b equal to 0. Now equating constant term, both side when we compare constant term, left hand side 1, here a into 2, so 2a plus b into 1. So solving these two equations, for a and b, two unknowns, two equations, so we will get a equal to, here you can observe 1 equal to 2a can be written as a plus b, but by equation 1 a plus b is 0, this is 0, so a equal to 1, and put a equal to 1 here, you will get b equal to minus 1. So solving 1 and 2, this is method 2, we get a equal to 1, b equal to minus 1. So both the method we have discussed here, you can use any method to find unknowns a and b. So therefore given expression equal to, therefore 1 upon x plus 1 x plus 2 equal to, now a it is 1, so 1 upon x plus 1, b is minus 1, so minus 1 upon x plus 2, and therefore integration I equal to 1 upon x plus 1 x plus 2 dx. We will use right hand side form, so this method is known as method of partial fraction, minus 1 upon x plus 2 dx. Now when we integrate log mod, term wise we can integrate log mod x plus 2 plus constant of integration, and right hand side we can use formula log a minus log b equal to log a by b. So this can be written as log mod x plus 1 upon x plus 2 plus c. So this is the solution using method of partial fraction. Now we take another example. Integrate x plus 1 upon x plus 2 square into x plus 3 dx. So in denominator we will use second case, x plus 2 whole square, that is factor which is linear and quadratic, linear and repeated, because x plus 2 square is there. So now we solve this using method of partial fraction. Solution: x plus 2 whole square upon x plus 1 upon x plus 2 whole square into x plus 3. So now x plus 3, that is linear and non-repeated, but x plus 2 square is there, so it is repeated. So let x plus 1 upon x plus 2 square x plus 3 equal to a upon x plus 3 plus b upon x plus 2 plus, since square is there, so here x plus 2 whole square. So if cube is there, you have to expand this d upon x plus 2 cube and so on. So now let us find unknowns a, b and c. So right hand side, when we take LCM, we will get a into x plus 2 whole square, b into x plus 3 into x plus 2 plus c into x plus 3. So to find unknowns a, b and c, we will use combined method, method 1 and 2. Both method we will use. Out of 3, 2 constant easily we can obtain using method 1. So from equation 1, when we take right hand side LCM, we will get x plus 1 equal to a into x plus 2 whole square plus b into x plus 3 into x plus 2 plus c into x plus 3. Denominator both the side we will cancel it. Now put x equal to minus 3, we get left hand side minus 3 plus 1. This term will be 0. When we put x equal to minus 3, this term will be 0. A into minus 3 plus 2 whole square. So when we simplify, a equal to minus 2. So on simplifying, we will get a equal to minus 2. Now just we have taken x equal to minus 3. Reason is, so when we take x equal to minus 3, denominator of a will be 0, and from equation 2 we will get value for a. So first choice is x equal to minus 3. Now second choice is, if we put x equal to minus 2, so take x equal to minus 2. So left hand side minus 2 plus 1. Here coefficient of a will be 0. When we take x equal to minus 2, here it will be 0. So c into minus 2 plus 3. Just take x equal to minus 2 both the side. Now when we simplify, we will get c equal to minus 1. So this is value for c. Again in equation 2, you put x equal to minus 2, left hand side minus 2 plus 1, that is minus 2 plus 1 minus 1. Here when we take x equal to minus 2, coefficient of a will be 0, coefficient of b will be 0, because of one factor is x plus 2. So when we take x equal to minus 2, coefficient of a and b will be 0. C into minus 2 plus 3, minus 2 plus 3, that is c equal to minus 1. Now finally, no new more constant can be taken. You can observe, since factor x plus 2 is repeated one. So now comparing coefficient of x both the side, comparing coefficient of x both the side, or you can also compare constant term both side. So left hand side coefficient of x is 1. Here when we expand a into x plus 2 whole square, so a into x square plus 4x plus 4, so coefficient of x it is 4a, so this is 4a. Here when we expand this, or it is easy if we compare both side coefficient of x square, then we get directly we will get value for a. You observe this one. This method will be lengthy if we equate coefficient of x or constant term. Check this one. When we compare coefficient of x square, left hand side there is no term containing x square, so coefficient is 0 because no term containing x square. Here in the expansion, coefficient of x square it will be a, b into x, so bx square, so a plus b, and in third term there is no term containing x square, so here coefficient will be 0. So when we compare coefficient of x square both the side, again check this one, left hand side there is no term containing x square, so coefficient is 0, and here in the expansion coefficient of x square it will be a. In this expansion no need to expand this thing, only you check the coefficient of x square, b into x, bx square, so coefficient of x square is b, so b equal to minus a, but a equal to minus 2, so minus minus plus, thus b equal to 2. So this is the value for b. So now therefore x plus 1 upon x plus 2 whole square x plus 3 equal to, right hand side a is minus 2 upon x plus 3, b is plus 2 upon x plus 2, and c is minus 1 upon x plus 2 whole square. So integration I equal to, we use right hand side part to integrate this thing, we will use right hand side form, minus 2 upon x plus 3 plus 2 upon x plus 2 plus minus 1 into x plus 2 raised to minus 2 dx. Now term wise when we integrate, minus 2 log mod x plus 3 plus 2 log mod x plus 2, and here x plus 2 minus 2 plus 1 upon minus 2 plus 1, so it will be minus minus plus 1 upon x plus 2 plus constant of integration. So this is the solution using method of partial fraction. In this example, in denominator we have factors, one is linear non-repeated, another is linear and repeated due to square. So right hand side we have shown the method how to find unknowns a, b and c. Now we take another example based on third case. Integrate x upon x square plus 1 x plus 2 dx. So in this case you can observe x square plus 1 it is quadratic and irreducible. Irreducible in the sense we cannot get real roots, that can be factorized x equal to plus minus I, but they are imaginary roots. So we are discussing real roots. So for x square plus 1 it is quadratic and irreducible. Now let I equal to, so already we have denoted by integer, so x upon x plus 2 x square plus 1 a upon x plus 2. Now you have to take care, because in denominator we have x square plus 1 which is quadratic and irreducible. So for that one we will write expression of the form bx plus c. Now let us solve for unknowns a, b and c. So x equal to a into x square plus 1 plus, say this is equation number 1, bx plus c into x plus 2. So into taking x equal to minus 2, we have select in such a way so that denominator of a will be 0. When you take x equal to minus 2, your denominator will be 0. So that's why it will give value for unknown a. So in equation 2, when we take x equal to minus 2, left hand side minus 2 a minus 2 square 4 plus 1, and therefore a equal to minus 2 by 5. So this is value for a. You just take x equal to minus 2 both side. Here when we take x equal to minus 2, this term will be 0. So this part will be 0. Here when we take x equal to minus 2 square 4 plus 1, so 5a equal to minus 2, so a equal to minus 2 by 5. Now to get values of the remaining constant, comparing coefficient of x square both sides. So left hand side there is no term containing x square, so coefficient of x square is 0. Right hand side a into x square, so a plus bx into x, bx square, so coefficient of x square is b, so a plus b equal to 0. Even if you expand right hand side, you can check the coefficient on right hand side, coefficient of x square on right hand side, it will be a plus b. Again check this one. Here a into x square, a into x square, so coefficient is a, bx into x, bx square, so coefficient is b. So b equal to minus a, and therefore b equal to, put value of a which is minus 2 by 5, so minus minus plus 2 by 5. This is value for b, b equal to 2 by 5. Now we will find value for the remaining constant c. So put x equal to 0. When we put x equal to 0, in other words you can say that comparing constant term both sides. So here 0, left hand side put x equal to 0, here a into 1, so a, and here when we take x equal to 0, x equal to 0, so in this term when we take x equal to 0, it will give 2c. You can check easily. when we put x equal to 0 in right hand side second term, put x equal to 0, so 2 into c, so 2c equal to minus a, so c equal to minus a by 2, put value of a which is minus 2 by 5, so minus minus plus 1 by 5, so thus c equal to 1 by 5. So this is value for c, and therefore finally integration I equal to x upon x plus 2 x square plus 1 dx. We use this part by substituting values of unknowns a, b and c. So it is integration here a equal to minus 2 by 5 upon x plus 2 plus b 2 by 5 x c 1 by 5 upon x square plus 1 dx. Just in the expression 1 right hand side we have substitute values for a, b and c. A is minus 2 by 5, so minus 2 by 5 upon x plus 2, b into x, b equal to 2 by 5 into x, c is 1 by 5. Now we integrate this term wise. So here when we integrate, check this integration, minus 2 by 5 is constant, so 1 upon x plus 2 dx. Here we can take 2 by 5, from 2 by 5 we take 1 by 5 common, so divide by denominator, so 2x upon x square plus 1 dx plus, now divide 1 by 5 by x square plus 1, 1 by 5 is constant, 1 upon x square plus 1 dx. So in this one it is denominator, derivative of denominator is in numerator, f dash by f form. So for such type of function we know its integration is log mod denominator plus c. So now term wise we can integrate minus 2 by 5 log mod x plus 2 plus 1 by 5 log mod x square plus 1 plus 1 by 5. This is 1 upon x square plus 1 form, so tan inverse x plus constant of integration. So we have taken 3 examples based on 3 methods. So we have taken 3 examples. First one according to method 1, second one according to method 2, and third example based on this method. So now we are able to solve example based on method of partial fraction. So in next lecture we will discuss more examples. Now directly in the next lecture we will discuss directly on base of method of partial fractions.